You're listening to Midlife No Crisis with Katie and Katie.
Just two midlife mates in their 40s, no filters and plenty of laughs. A funny, honest podcast about friendship, women, and surviving midlife.
Enjoy your listen and don't forget to subscribe so you have access to all our future episodes.
Hi.
Hello.
I didn't sort out my panda tam. I went and got a piece of carrot cake instead.
Nice. I feel like that's the better option anyway, to be fair.
100%. Yeah.
Homemade carrot cake.
Yeah. Warm.
Nice. Oh,
Oh, nice.
is that your husband by any chance?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. This is the joys of having a husband who doesn't drink, you see. Goes around making cakes and just keeping busy.
Oh, well, funny you mentioned not drinking because in today's, the first of 2026 episode of Crisis Talks, we're talking about alcohol, aren't we?
Mm. Too much, too little.
Too much, and when and how and what you drink and all of the things alcohol related.
Trying to moderate.
Yeah, because we're in January, because
Mm.
we're filming, we're recording, whatever we're doing with this episode at the very start of January, and that's when everyone decides they're going to do dry January.
Mm. I
But
mean,
you're not, are you?
I've never done dry January.
No.
Um, I think dry January, I mean, don't get me wrong, I think if you've overindulged, doing dry January is a good like reset and a good start to actually I'm not gonna, give myself a month off. But I do think just don't do it in the first place. As in if you massively overindulge in something, you're then gonna be like, oh God, I don't want to
Hmm.
do that. It's like anything. If you
I
run
just
five
think
marathons one after the other, you don't want to run again.
you're talking about me by any chance. Um,
Yes.
I just think that it just creates a massive rebound. It depends what type of drinker you are, I suppose, doesn't it? And why you do dry January. I think people who do dry January for the right reasons, because they want to see how it impacts them not drinking, then that's a
Yeah.
good thing because then you're kind of
Yeah.
getting feedback, aren't you, about like sleep, for example. We talked about sleep in the main
Yeah.
episode, and I know that when I drink even one glass of wine, it has a massive impact on my sleep, which is dead common. So I
Yeah.
suppose not drinking helps you to work out the impact it has on you. But if you're not drinking because you've drunk so much at Christmas and
Yeah.
then just planning to bounce straight back into it again in February, then what is the point? Like, why
Well,
bother?
exactly. And this is like, so my friend Emma complained about this prior to Christmas and
Mm,
said she doesn't like it when people do dry January and then disappear for a month.
yeah,
So if it's somebody's birthday or any kind of like event, oh no, can't go because I'm doing dry January.
yeah,
Now that is wrong, isn't it?
yeah, yeah.
And that to me is kind of a bit of an indication that you might have a problem anyway because you can't socialize without drinking or.
But it's really interesting because I was reading about dry January and I think one of the biggest issues, so I didn't do dry January as such last year, but I didn't drink in January. So I didn't say I'm doing dry January. I
Yeah.
chose not to drink in
Yeah.
January.
And that's fine.
And I think the biggest challenge and the reason why people do it in January is because there's no social occasions. Because the biggest challenge of not drinking is the social stigma of it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't drink a lot. I'm not a massive drinker. Like, I like a drink and I'll have a drink and all of that kind of thing. But I don't like doing shots. And I know when I've had enough and I know when I don't want any more to drink.
Mm.
But you start saying to someone, no, I don't want that shot, or no, I'm all right, I don't want another drink, I'm fine, I'm going to have a glass of water, or I'll just have a Coke.
Yeah. You
The
get eye rolled.
absolute shit that you get for it, even
Mm.
from really
Mm.
good friends who
Mm.
you
Yeah.
think Well, why, like, so me not drinking has an impact on your ability to have fun. Like, I don't understand that really.
It's more about them though than not you.
I know,
I
I know,
mean,
I know.
it's definitely that. And
Hmm.
it's like Dave's obviously not drunk now for two years. He's not drunk
Is
for
it 2 years? Bloody hell, he's done
two
so
years on New
well.
Year's Eve. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, and he said the same, but I mean, he's learned a lot about drinking, not drinking. And he said, like, if you're going to give up drinking, you're better off doing it in December and giving
Hmm.
not dry January, dry December, and see if you can do it then. He said
Yeah.
because it is the social occasions that are the problem, and it is a social lubricant. Everyone finds it easier to like have a chat and dance, everything.
Hmm.
And I think we our our age particularly, we're just conditioned.
Yeah.
It's like this is how you have fun.
Yeah.
You get pissed, and that's how you have fun. And it is, it's ridiculous. And when you're surrounded by all of your friends all doing the same thing, we've all done it for years,
Yeah.
it's very difficult to change.
It is really difficult to change. I was thinking about it, knowing that we were going to talk about it, think about my parents, because it kind of starts that conditioning from such an early age. And we've done it with our own kids as well. Like you drink around them, you make it acceptable. Like up until I don't know how old I was, but drinking and driving for my parents' generation was not seen as being a bad thing. Like that was just
Yeah.
common. And I think it was only made illegal in like the 60s or 70s.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Yeah.
So, you
Nuts.
think it is nuts, isn't it? And so
Yeah.
that conditioning starts at such an early age. And I remember when we first started drinking, I remember like we used to make that jungle juice and you'd get all the bits
Mm.
out of what your parents'
Yeah.
alcohol cupboard and you'd make that mixture and you think about that drinking that now. Oh my God, that is just ridiculous, isn't it? Like, and you'd go when we used to go and buy that Thunderbirds and Diamond White
Yeah.
and
I know, right.
2020 and all that
Mary
stuff.
Jane.
And when you talk about it now with people, and even we will talk about it fondly, like it was a nice,
Yeah.
warm memory. We had so much
Yeah.
fun, didn't we? Wasn't it good to go in and getting one over the guy who owned the booze shop and being able to buy booze and all that kind of thing, or nicking it off your parents or whatever, whatever.
I
But
know.
if
We
you
were
think
teenagers
about it,
then.
yeah, we were, but that's where it all starts, isn't it?
Mm.
Like,
Mm. I think when you get to 50, like Dave says, the juice isn't worth the squeeze.
the juice isn't worth the squeeze, right? That's one. That's
Yeah.
definitely one for the social media clips.
Yeah, the juice is not worth the squeeze because you if you're going to suffer for 2 days after having a night out,
Hmm.
it's not worth it, is it?
Or if your way of getting through that suffering is to just have another drink, that's
Yeah,
always the worry, isn't
yeah,
it? And we used to do that a lot when we were younger. That was,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
we talked about it ages ago when we talked about Australia and that Christmas that we had in Sydney. And we basically spent 3 days drunk, didn't we? We
yeah,
drank all day, every day for 3 days. That was
yeah.
our, and we had a great time, don't get me wrong. I'm not going back and thinking I'd wish I'd done anything differently.
No, I know. Yeah,
But I could never do that now. And when you start to understand what alcohol does to your body and the impact it has on all your systems and all that kind of thing.
yeah,
I mean, even stuff like I was doing that research before and it was saying that if you've got alcohol calories, they're processed before anything else. So
yeah.
even if you eat a really good diet and you do absolutely everything right, if you continue to drink, you'll never lose weight as quickly or as easily as you
No,
would if you
oh
didn't
no,
drink.
oh no. I mean, I haven't really drunk a lot at all over Christmas. I just, but it's funny because like what I'm starting to do now, like New Year's Eve. Dave was like, oh, he went to because we only just got back from holiday, haven't we?
Hmm.
And he went down to the shop to buy some food, and he said, "Oh, do you want me to get you any like booze? Do you want a bottle of fizz? You know, it's New Year's Eve." And I sat there and I just thought, "No, I don't want anything.
No.
I'm not going to have anything because it's New Year's Eve, and oh, you should be drinking fizz because it's New Year's Eve." And I just thought, "No, I really don't." And I
Hmm.
didn't have a drink on New Year's Eve, but people go, "What? You didn't have a drink on New Year's Eve, like you're some sort of like moron.
Yeah.
No, well, no, because I didn't want one. And then what is wrong with that? I don't know.
Nothing. No, nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with that. I completely
No.
agree. I mean, we had a couple of drinks. We did what we did last year. So we went into Manchester early. We had really nice food. Went and played a few games with the kids. We were home. Freya went out. She went on to our friend's house, to Joe's, and she went
Mm,
out and carried on partying. But I was more than happy to come home. I think I poured myself a glass of wine when I got back and threw it away because I didn't want it. And
right.
so I had a
Yeah.
cup of
Well,
tea and I had a drink of that cup of tea and we watched the fireworks. To be honest, for 2p, I could have gone to bed and missed the fireworks, but Lottie was keen to stay up for them. So, like, I don't see the point in making yourself do something, like, because you
no,
should
I
do.
don't. Which is what we were talking about in the first episode, to be
Yeah,
fair. Mondays, that's exactly what we said.
yeah,
Don't do things you don't want to do.
no.
And I do think that is drinking there's a lot of that goes on. Because a lot of people go, oh no, God, we've got a drink, I've got a drink. And it's just why? No, you
Hmm.
don't.
Um, I think the other thing with alcohol is people using it as a way of like relaxing. I think you get a lot of that as well, don't you? I know Neil does that quite a bit. For him, it's like I've
Mm,
had a really tough day, been really busy. I deserve a glass of wine. And
mm.
I've done that. I think I probably, it becomes a bit of a habit, doesn't it? Like you've had a tough day, oh, I just need a glass of wine to chill out. I suppose it's trying to
I don't
reset
do that.
that.
No,
Yeah.
I don't do that. If I'm pissed off, I want a Vimto or a cup of tea. I only drink when I'm like in a good mood and happy,
Yeah.
which is like, yeah, I'm definitely the social party drinker,
Yeah,
and
it's
I
not
could
so
just
much
leave
pissed
it.
off. It's more about like
A
finding a
reward.
way of, yeah, like a reward. I think that's
Yeah,
definitely true with Neil. It's the reward. But for me, it's sometimes I've just like, oh, I just feel like I need a glass of wine to
yeah.
de-stress. And I think I must have talked about it somewhere else because since then I've been hammered with adverts on social media for that trip. You know, the
Oh yeah, yeah.
is it a
I
CBD
don't
drink? I'm
really.
not
Yeah,
sure,
I
I
don't
don't
really
know.
get it. I don't know.
Um, but you know, I suppose it is about finding other alternatives, isn't it, to having a glass of wine. Wine's the killer because I think if you open a bottle just to have one glass, then it's like there in your fridge. And
Yeah.
I don't necessarily then need to have it all that night. But then the next night I'm like, oh, there's a glass of wine. I'll just have a glass of wine
Mm.
because the wine's open in the fridge. I suppose that's the thing
I
I
don't think
need to
there's
get
anything wrong
past.
with having a glass of wine, though. Is there? I don't think there is. I mean, I
No.
don't do that, but
Mm.
I don't think there is. Unless you get one of those mini bottles.
Yeah, maybe that's what I need. I don't
Just
think
get
it's
the
that there's
mini
anything
one.
wrong with it, but then I suppose it just creates that bad habit, doesn't it? Like, I don't necessarily need a glass of
Yeah.
wine. And with what I've talked about with sleep, obviously I need to work out how to not do that so that I can try and improve my sleep because sleep's got to be more
Mm.
important, hasn't it?
But if you don't drink, so like obviously you didn't drink last January,
Hmm.
and then when you went back to drinking, did you just go straight back into having the glass of wine on an evening, or
Probably not,
did the
no.
January reset? No, so it did reset you then.
Mm,
Yeah, and then it just gradually kind of comes back over the
yeah.
year.
But I don't
Yeah,
drink loads anyway.
no, you don't. I was going to
I'm
say
not a
I don't.
massive drinker, so it's hard really when
No.
you're not a big drinker to think
Yeah,
I
I
need to
don't
give
think you've
up.
got a problem really.
Mm.
Don't create a problem either. Well, if there isn't one, do you see what I
No,
mean?
no, no. Yeah.
Um,
No.
because I think that's. I mean, I think January, going back to be doing dry January, is probably a good way of working out if you have got a problem with it as well.
Mm.
Because if you're taking a month off and you're just sitting there thinking, oh, I just want to drink, oh, I just want to drink, and oh, I can't go out because I can't have a drink, then it that if you didn't think you had a problem, that's kind of
That's your
highlighting
true.
that you
Yeah.
might have a problem. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like, and I suppose I'm an example of it last year. If I did do a version of dry January and didn't have a drink, like, why would you go back if you do see an improvement? So you go back to drinking because it is such a socially expected thing, isn't it? I suppose.
Mm, yeah.
So the people who
And it
have
is
managed
fun.
to, it is fun, yeah.
If everybody's having a drink and everyone's, let loose, it is fun. And there's
Mm,
no getting away from that. Um, I think as well, Dave said, like, since he's given up drinking, he said the one thing that he really finds difficult is you're on the same level all the time. He said,
yeah.
so you've never got that excitement of, oh, I'm going to go out and have a couple of drinks. He said, how I feel now, like he said, if you're going out on a night out, he's like, you start the night, how I feel now is how I'm going to feel
Mm,
all night. So if you're feeling like a little bit not quite, not quite up for it, not quite right, that's how you're going to feel. You can't
yeah,
go,
you
oh,
can't
it's all right,
change
I'll
it.
just have a couple of drinks and I'll liven up, because that's not what happens. And that
But
made
does
me
that
think,
happen though? Do you have a
I don't
couple of
know.
drinks and liven up? I mean, you've said you don't drink if you're in a bad mood. So,
Yeah,
like,
I do. I liven up if I've had a couple of drinks. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I do.
I don't know. I don't know what the right or wrong thing is. I suppose it's just about awareness, isn't it? Like information. I do worry. Kids don't drink as much
Yeah.
these days, do they? I don't want to
No.
pass on bad habits to kids. I think they probably could start with a slightly fresher page than we had with our alcoholic
Yes.
parents.
Yes. I think they've got a different outlook on it these days.
Yeah, I think
And
so.
they're a lot more aware of like troubles that could come. One thing I will say, like our generation is probably showing their generation that what the effects could possibly be
Yeah.
from drink and drug use. Like, we've seen some absolute casualties, haven't we? And you do
Mm,
think actually, it is quite a good lesson, really. It's like James he obviously goes out quite a lot. He's doing dry January,
is
actually,
he? Is he?
saying that. What 21-year-old does dry January? That's
Oh, bless
amazing,
him.
isn't it?
He can't drink
Yeah.
that much though, does he? Because of
He
work.
did in December.
Right, okay.
So I think but then he was his 21st. He
Yeah.
works in hospitality. It's fine. But he did go completely nuts in December. But he just wants a bit of, he just wants a bit of a reset.
Yeah.
But it's like you can see, like obviously his dad stopped drinking. Like there's a lot of friends who've given up, same reason because they've got a problem with it. And
Mm.
you can see that what those effects are.
What were the kids? I don't know if, do you mind talking about Dave?
Mm.
What were the kids' kind of thoughts on Dave stopping drinking? What were Olivia and James's thoughts on it?
I think they were pleased
Hmm.
because I think it was getting to the stage where they could see it was a problem.
Yeah.
And yeah, I do think they were pleased. I mean, it's probably a bit different for James because he was just getting to the age where he could have a drink with his dad, and Dave stopped.
Yeah.
So it's probably a little bit different for him. But I do think he does appreciate the fact that he stopped, I think.
Hmm.
Because he was just not, he just wasn't very well towards the end of it.
No, no, I know.
Just drinking every day, it's not good.
No. No, and I suppose ultimately, if we could draw a conclusion on it, which I don't think we can really, because we have not got the medical understanding, but I suppose it's about understanding you and your relationship with alcohol, isn't it? And how,
Yeah,
yeah, how drinking
yeah.
affects you and how you drink. Like, and I suppose that's what dry January gives you. So coming back to the point we made at the very beginning,
The reset.
the reset, the information that you get from not drinking and what that does to you.
Yeah.
And then how you change from there. I suppose that's why dry
Yeah.
January should be a success and why
And
people
it's only
should
a
do it.
problem if it's a problem. Like
Yeah.
some people, like will go out and go nuts till 5 in the morning, and then on the Sunday are fine. Like, oh,
Mm.
brilliant time last night. Oh, feel a bit ropey today. Absolutely fine. Other people want to jump in the nearest river
Yeah.
and not see anyone for a week.
Yeah.
Well, that there, you could have two people who've done exactly the same thing with two very different reactions
Yeah.
afterwards. So it's a problem for one and it's not a problem for the other one.
Yeah.
So, you have to think about yourself and what works for you and what really doesn't.
Yeah.
And I think as you get older, like we were saying, probably like in the very first when we talked about having a hangover, it's the shame and all of that, isn't it? That
Mm.
comes with being older. And
Yeah.
oh, done that, and this is why I feel like this, and I shouldn't have had that extra wine, and I shouldn't have done, it's all of that.
It's
But
never
if you're
the
not that
extra
kind of
wine that does the
person,
damage, is it? It's the first
extra
couple of wines that
75
yeah.
wine.
That's the problem. I can't remember what we concluded now. It's one of our really popular episodes, Can You Die from a Hangover? So it's clearly a question a
Yeah.
lot of people have asked.
I don't think we could made any conclusions from that, as we were both dying from a hangover at the time.
Yeah, that was that's probably the worst hangover I had all year last year.
Oh,
That
was
one.
it?
But then I was thinking about it and I
Oh, it's quite jolly on that
remembered.
hangover.
Well, that was the night, not to revisit old podcast chats, but so that was the night where everyone kept buying me drinks, so I had no idea how many drinks I'd had. And
Mm.
then Cheryl reminded me, because we bumped into Cheryl and Glenn over Christmas, that she'd bought me shots. So Cheryl, our friend, our famously non-drinking friend who hasn't drunk since, well, she told
20
me the
years.
other day it was since Corin was born, so 20 odd
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
When she goes out, she likes to have the odd shot. So she'll have like a sambuca or something. That's what she'll drink. And she bought me a shot that night. So as well as having all the prosecco that I didn't know I'd had, because I thought I'd had two glasses, I'd been on the shots as well. And I do vaguely remember thinking, well, if Cheryl's having a shot, then I could. That's
Yeah.
the social pressure for you.
She, yeah. Oh, even when you don't like shots. Well, you couldn't have said no to Cheryl because
Well, this is
that's
it,
probably the
because
first shot you've had with her for 20 years.
I know, yeah.
Oh, don't beat yourself up over this. That's
I'm not
fine.
doing, no, I'm not doing. I think it's funny. And I did have such a good night. It was such a good party.
Well, there
Legendary.
you go. There you go. That's what I mean. Like, and this is what I'm saying. It's the problem when it's a problem, isn't it? I think some people are all right.
Yeah, definitely.
If you've gone out and you've had a few drinks and you've got a bad head, and then you don't drink again for another month or whatever, it's fine. Like,
Yeah,
if you get up and you think, oh, the first thing I need to do is have a drink,
then you've got a problem.
then yeah, really. Yeah. If you carry on doing it, yeah. It's all right if you're on a hen do.
Yeah, well, it's kind of the law. Well, it's that social pressure that you got to drink.
Well, yeah, and you have to have a drink to make yourself feel better.
Hmm.
Yeah. What are we concluding then? Try January.
Dry January, it's a good thing if you're doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah. Yeah. Any period not drinking is not bad for you,
No.
is it? Let's face facts, it's not.
Hmm.
Um, so you do you.
You do you, hun.
That's what I say.
It's different, I find. It's really snowing here, just by the way,
Is
which is,
it?
yeah, is perhaps
Oh,
backing up my mum and dad's fear about getting on holiday. Um, So, just to conclude our crisis talks, got a couple of minutes. I wanted to go back to our 50th year because I don't feel like we spent enough
oh,
time talking about it in the last
we could do a
episode.
whole episode on this. Go
Well, we
on.
should do probably a whole
Mm,
episode, but I think we need to think about our plans for the 50th year because we've got
mm.
Dubai's booked, tick,
Yeah,
although we've not booked any
tick.
hotels or anything yet. We need to think about that. Um, we've got our actual birthday days, which you've not decided what you're doing yet on yours.
I'm not having a party.
You're not having a
I've
party.
decided not to have a party. I'm going to go up a mountain or something instead.
Okay, that
Go on
sounds fun.
holiday. I'm not really sure. I'm not really
Okay.
sure what I'm going to do, but I thought if I have a party and I spent money having a party, I might think, oh no, I wish I'd gone on holiday.
Well,
You know
you
what I'm
will think
like?
that.
I want my 50th year to be full of adventures.
Yeah,
And because I'm going to Australia for a month and we're going to Dubai, I feel like my 50th, I need to throw another one in.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do.
That's nice. We're going to have Party Central though, aren't we? There's going to be a lot going on.
Is everyone having a party?
I don't know. I know
I hope
of
so.
the odd, well, I don't know. One of them's,
Joe?
yeah. I think Jo will have a party, although I'm not sure what she's decided to do, but she said she was going to have a party. I don't know what Joanna will do.
Joanna? No, she's not having a party because we're going to Dubai.
What about
Nick won't have
Nicola?
a party.
She
She
won't have a
won't have a
party.
party. What, are
Need to
you having a
see.
party, Nick? Come on, let us know.
I know, yeah. Make sure we get the invite early.
Drop us an email at Crisis Talks. No, midlife, no
Midlife, no
crisis.
crisis.
Yeah, wrong one.
Oh God. But so adventure, the year of adventure, I like that. You've
Yeah.
already got your adventures planned. I've got one, maybe two planned. So I need another one. Um,
Get an adventure. This is what I'm doing.
well, I think experiences, not adventures for me. So we've got our festival family Kendall calling
Yeah.
trip. That'll be an experience because we're doing it in a tent and the kids haven't really done a lot of tenting.
Oh dear.
I know.
Have you
Um,
sold your van?
no, gonna put it up for sale
No.
this month.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and then what else? We've got our cruise. Yeah, experiences, because a cruise
Yeah.
is an experience. Dubai is going to be an experience, isn't it? Bloody hell. There'll be not much
Yeah.
drinking there. We don't want to be locked
Oh
up.
dear. No, I know. Oh God, don't say that.
But
Oh.
speaking of our email address, if anyone has got any ideas, good ideas for us for our year of adventure stroke experiences, then let us know at midlifenocrisis@icloud.com. I think that's our email address.
Or
Um,
crisis talks, as I called it.
or crisis talk, let's
Wrong.
not confuse anyone.
Wrong.
Either way, it's in our show notes, so probably go there
Yes.
rather than listen to us because we don't know what we're
Yeah.
talking about. Or talk to us
Speak for
on our
yourself.
social media. Let us know where we should go and what we should do. Maybe we should have like a weekend where we reserve it and we'll do whatever our podcast listeners tell us to do that weekend. That would be exciting.
That would be not exciting. It depends what they'll probably tell us to get shit faced for 48 hours.
And film it.
The back of this boring talk of no alcohol.
Go and get shit faced. Well, maybe we'll think about that idea a bit more then.
Oh
Let's
no.
not commit to it.
We could go zip lining. Let's do that.
I've done that.
There's the Snowdon one.
Yeah, it's
Have
really
you done
good.
that? Is
Yeah,
it? Well, I might do that.
yeah, I did that for my 40th. I'd do it again though.
Yeah, I'm quite up for that.
I think they've introduced a new one actually, thinking about it, to the one we did. Can't remember. Well, let's have a look at that. We'll do some adventures and experiences. We'll definitely do
That's
that.
what we're doing.
Keep everyone
50th year.
posted. That could be our running theme this year.
Yeah. Well, if you can't adventure when you're 50, when can you?
Exactly. And now I'll be on my 9-day fortnight. I'll have a spare
Oh
Friday
yeah.
every 2 weeks. It'll be fine. I'll be
Oh,
able
you're
to
going to be
adventure my life out
living it large.
once I've got it past work.
And we'll have a podcast away day.
Oh, yeah, we
Actually,
can do that.
we're going to have a podcast away day, but we're going to do that when you stop working on a Friday. So
Oh
we'll
my
do it on a
God.
Friday. There you go. There's a
That
pressure for
feels
you.
like pressure. Yeah.
Yeah, that is pressure. So I'm going to make you
Okay.
do it.
Okay. I'll do that. I can do that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So your first Friday off, we're having an away day and we're going to do a together recording.
That is exciting.
Yeah. See?
We'll do one alcohol free and then crisis talks with alcohol. See how that
Okay.
sounds.
See how that goes. Oh dear. We've gone full circle on the alcohol talk. We've gone from absolutely not where my body is a temple to, oh, sod it, let's get pissed.
It's fairly standard for us, that, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Oh God.
Oh man,
Be
right.
like,
Well,
oh
we
no,
better go.
yeah, we
We
better add.
we better sign off. Um, well, I hope everyone's enjoyed our first episode of
Ramblings.
Crisis Talks and Ramblings. We have rambled a lot this week. You can tell we've been away for a few weeks, can't you?
Yeah, there was some rambling. Well, we'll pull it back together next week.
We'll have a guest to sort us out next week. We'll do that.
Yeah, yeah. We better get organised for that.
We had. Cool. All right, my darling. Well, see
All
you next
right.
week.
Yeah, see you next week. Love you.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for listening.
And don't forget to subscribe for access to all our future episodes. And please get in touch with us. We're on Instagram, midlife_no crisis_pod. And we're on Facebook, Midlife No Crisis. We'd love to hear from you soon. See you next time.